Now, there's no doubt that the motorcycle audio category is hot right now. So many different players and manufacturers jostling for position. But one manufacturer certainly comes from a different background, and today we're going to cover it. It's called Aquatic AV. This is CMA Networks presented by SiriusXM, all about aquatic AV in the motorcycle audio space. And it starts now. All right, everybody, thanks for tuning in to another CMA Network session here presented by SiriusXM. Of course, we're here talking about motorcycle audio. Now, today on the menu, Aquatic AV. We've got Grant MCFATTER in the studio with us. And Grant, my first question is, what are we going to be covering today?
Ben, we're going to cover off with Aquatic AV today. We're going to cover off their head units, obviously, which they're well known for. Speakers and amplifiers as a category that they do really well with as well. And we're last but not least, we're going to cover off some brand new bundles that make it really easy for retailers and consumers to put packages together for customers. And they're really starting to take off.
Well, Grant, I'm excited. I'm sure the dealers tuning in are excited as well. But before that, a quick message from our sponsor, SiriusXM, reminding you why it's awesome to be a SiriusXM dealer. When we come back, Aquatic AV. Don't you dare go away.
Hey guys, Ricky Lima here from SiriusXM. I had a chance to speak to some dealers and ask them what they love about selling SiriusXM. Here's what they had to say.
Coast-to-coast coverage.
I love SiriusXM for commercial-free music.
It's a great add-on sale and a profit opportunity.
We love selling SiriusXM because you can listen to the same channel coast to coast.
Profitability and ease of installation. It's a no-brainer.
We love selling SiriusXM for its ease of installation, great profitability, and reliability. People love it.
So let's get into it, Grant. First and foremost, I kind of mentioned it because I find the story very interesting. Of all the brands in motorcycle audio, Aquatic AV comes from a different kind of category, which I feel might give them an edge when developing product for such harsh environments, such as motorcycle audio. Can you tell us a little bit about the background of Aquatic AV?
Sure. Well, they got their background totally different from a lot of other 12-volt manufacturers. They actually started off in the hot tub and spa industry. So, those guys are dealing with a lot harsher environments than we are with motorcycles and car audio stuff. They're dealing with all kinds of fun chemicals and stuff that you put in your hot tubs to keep the water clean and disinfect and all that kind of stuff, which we don't have to deal with in the car audio or motorcycle environment. So all we have to do is keep it basically dry from water. And that's not a problem for these guys. Like their whole catchphrase is Aquatic AV, a watertight reputation. So that's, hands down what they have over the competition is their background in the spa industry, which is way harsher environment that we're dealing with motorcycles.
Yeah, I have to agree with you, Grant. I mean, the fact that they're dealing with chemicals and products that are literally submerged the entire time of their life, that's something to think about. So this will segue really nicely into the first product I want to ask you about, and that is their source units. It seems like these are the products that kind of made their name within this industry, within this category. So it's a smart place to start. What is the current offering as far as source units are concerned from Aquatic AV?
Currently, Ben, we have the top two models, the AQ MP5 BTH and the BTHS version of them, which is the flagship unit, which is what I got in front of me here. Both of them are completely watertight, marine grade, hands down, probably the easiest product to install. Literally plug and play into 1998 to 2013 Harley Davidson motorcycles. On the back of the unit, they don't even come with, we get some questions from dealers saying, where's my wiring harness? It didn't come in the box. That's because it's not supposed to. We're actually going to plug into the 23-pin Harley Davidson connector. So there is no harness in the box for it. It's literally taking your Harley Davidson radio out and replacing it with this. It's got the factory bracket mount, plugs into the factory harness. All of your handlebar controls are already programmed and done into this unit as well. So there's no programming. There's no extra modules you have to buy. Everything is done. Like literally you take the fairing off, take out the factory radio, mount this guy in there, plug in the harness, and you're done. So as far as making it easier for, as easy as possible for the retailer or the end consumer, doesn't get much easier than that other than taking off the fairing. So both units exactly the same way with the connectors and the mounting bracket. The flagship unit we have in front of us is, one of the most popular out of the two, because you get the full color screen. So you get all your album art on there, your name of the artist, the song, the album, all on the screen, all in full color. You also get a few extra features on this unit. If you look at the very front of this, which I'll put to the top unit here, these two little flashing lightning bolts on the top here, those are actually two 12-volt triggers that are built under the back of the head unit on the harness. And that can be used to trigger any 12-volt accessory you want, whether that's a lighting accessory, maybe you're adding in some LED lighting on there, some RGB lighting, whatever you want. You can control that just by touching that button. There's no extra switches you have to install. It's all in the face of the radio. Some guys are actually using this to trigger their laser jammers. On the West Coast, we're still allowed to use radar detection. So you can actually have that on your laser jammer system, or your shifter, they call it. So you can have that to turn off the shifter so that your laser shifter can work again and the cops can get a reading on you. So kind of some cool, unique features that I'm not sure anyone else that has this, category of radio in the Harley-Davidson market that have on their unit. The other thing that's really cool with these as well is their storage pocket. So both the faces are detachable, so you can take the faceplate off. And then inside we have the storage dock. So you can slide this unit out. Put in your smartphone, lock it in place. There's even brackets on the side to clamp it. So you can clamp the radio in there. So you can take your cell phone, mount it in there. You're not trying to reach for it in your pocket or your shoulder pack or your sleeve. Your cell phone or your smartphone device can plug in there into your unit, plug into the USB, charge up the phone, and put your faceplate back on again. You've got that watertight seal on there. So your smartphone, your Samsung, Apple, whatever you're using, doesn't get damaged if you do get caught in the rain. And you're not reaching for it to change tracks. Everything's on your faceplate. So this by far is the most popular out of the two because it's got all the bells and whistles. Also, our friends at SiriusXM, this has got the SiriusXM capability to add on to it, which you do not get in the lower model. So flagship unit, triple 4-volt pre-outs. If you do want to add amplifiers, there is 3 sets of 4-volt pre-outs on the back to upgrade the amplification if you're doing bigger systems, which we're quite familiar with all the other brands we do in motorcycle. But this is by far our best-selling unit. They also give you the dummy faceplate. So if you're parking your bike at a restaurant or a bar, wherever you're going to, you can take the faceplate with you so no one's stealing your faceplate, and put on the dummy, which keeps it also, if you do get caught in the rain, keeps the water from getting inside the main unit itself. So that's a flagship unit. Awesome piece. Again, one of our best sellers in everything we sell motorcycle. The 2 radios do really well, but this is the top seller because it's the flagship piece. The step down model, basically what you lose is the triple 4-volt pre-out. You go to a single 2.5-volt pre-out. Again, for most motorcycles, usually 1 amplifier is all you need. But if you do some crazy big systems, the high-end unit is the one you want to go with. The faceplate on this one is a monotone color screen, so you lose the full color screen. You lose all the album art capabilities on there. So it just gives you a basic, it'll give you your name, your artist, your song on there, but you lose the album art capability on it. So again, detachable faceplate. Faceplate comes off. You've got your docking station in here as well. So same docking station, USB for charging. If you don't have a USB or you're not using a phone for your source, you do have a 3.5 mil auxiliary input jack on there as well. So if you just want to plug in an old iPod or any kind of music device on there, you can do that as well. So really cool unit as well. Again, same thing on the back. The 23-pin connector, so you're plugging and playing into the factory Harley-Davidson harness. You're not messing around with adapters. All your handlebar controls are retained. Again, really, really nice unit. Super clean, super reliable. All their products, by the way, are 2-year manufacturer's warranty from the date of purchase. And so they back it up. They're not talking about watertight reputation and giving you 30 days. They're giving you full 2 years on everything they sell.
Moving on to speaker kits, because obviously those head units are the bomb and they have some great features, but you got to match some speakers with those, Grant. So I know there's some kits out there. not only for speakers or some special features, but also some lid kits that are coming real handy.
Yeah, so on the speaker side, Ben, we've got basically got you covered off for most applications for Harley Davidson. Obviously, you've got the front fairing speakers. We have the 6.5-inch speakers. If you have a 2013 or older bike that takes a 5.25-inch, we also give you the 5.25 adapter ring, which would mount on the front and funnel your sound into your 5.25-inch opening. But you're getting the performance of the 6.5-inch, so way better mid bass than you're getting in a factory option on it. These also feature RGB LED lighting built into these. So you can get the controller for it. You can have it on single color. You can have it fade through all the different variations of colors you want with the RGB controller. And that's all done through an app on your phone. So both the 6.5-inch front fairing speakers and the 6x9 lid kit speakers both come with integrated RGB lighting. If you're one of those guys that doesn't like the bling, you don't have to connect it. So you don't have to have it lit up. So 6.5-inch one, those will drop right into your factory fairings. There's no modifications required to the inner plastic fairing on it. Depth wise, it'll fit in there no problem without having to grind anything out. And on the side, dropped my 6.5, 6x9. They do have the, as their brand says, watertight reputation. They're watertight RGB connectors on here as well. So little 4-pin screw-on watertight connectors for the RGB connection side of it. For the 6x9s, you'll require a lid kit for these if you don't already have a lid kit or a 6x9 installed in your bag lids. So in the kit itself, we have them for 1998 to 2013 model years and 2014 plus options available with their HG speakers. In the kit, you get the template to mount onto your existing bag lid. There's your cutout. Very, very simple. Anyone can figure that one out. Just make a little black marker on top of your black lid, on your bike lid. Cut that out. And that gives you your template for the mounting ring and the grill kit assembly for it. So that's included in the kit with both the 2013 and older bikes and 2014 and newer versions of them. 6x9. Really, really awesome sounding speaker. There are other brands out there that have been doing 6x9s longer than these guys for the motorcycle application. I'll challenge you to put these up against them. These are using a soft dome tweeter. They're not using a cheap Mylar plastic dome tweeter. Both the front speaker and the back one are using that nice soft dome tweeter. So you want someone that wants something a little bit more acoustically pleasing or better sound quality, definitely give these a shot. On the pole piece, you'll see the accordion boot on there, keeping that completely watertight, so there's no water getting into your 6x9 speakers. Obviously, the bag lid fires up, so it's easy for water to get in there and get intrusion. But with the rubber boot and the treatments they've done on the cone, no issues with that. Again, with the RGB connector on there, speaker connector that also plug into the factory Harley Davidson head unit. So all done plug and play, about as easy as you can get for the bag lids. And then, like I said, with the RGB, we have our RGB controller here, up to 4 speakers. You can link multiple together if you're doing, lower fairing lids, or you're doing custom bag lid cut-in, stuff like that. You can add multiples of these. These are all done through your cell phone Bluetooth app. So really easy to control. Again, you're not playing with any buttons on the dash to change the colors. It's all done with an app on your phone. So super, super simple, great sounding speakers. Again, I'll challenge you to, if you've played with some other brands out there that are using a Mylar dome tweeter on their front and back speaker kits, give these a shot because they sound really, really good.
Grant, if there's anything I appreciate is how consistent Aquatic AV is with their watertight reputation theme, because it seems to be throughout. I expect no less as we now segue into amplifiers. I remember last year they came up with these 2 new amplifier models. Maybe there's more. I'm going to learn now. But tell us about the solution and the system building parameters of these amplifiers and what kind of output they provide.
And they make 3 different models. I've got 2 of the most popular ones. They make a 5-channel amplifier, which is slightly larger than this footprint one here. But these 2 are by far the most popular sellers. The AD300.2 is a 2-channel amplifier. It's been in the lineup the longest. It's 100 watts by 2 RMS, 150 watts by 2 at 2 ohm stereo. So if you're using some speakers that are rated at 2 ohm, we have some from other brands that are 2 ohm impedance. So you can get 150 watts by 2 at the 2 ohm load on the amplifier. Then if you want to bridge it and get crazy, because some of our speakers will handle lots of power, you can bridge this guy to 300 watts a channel. So Lots of power, super compact. Again, here's my hand on top of there. All plug and play harnesses. It's complete. There's no connections on the amplifier itself for installers not having to have set screws or anything to install the amplifiers or make contact with it. Everything is on plug and play connectors that will do all your hardwire connections on it. So the amplifier is completely sealed. You can dip this thing in water. It's sealed up like there's a rubber boot on the inside. There's no water getting into this amplifier, period. I don't think we've ever had to warranty an amplifier for any warranty issues from Aquatic AV, period. The 4-channel one is catching up in popularity because we're doing front speakers, we're doing bag lid kits, and we're going to talk about it a little bit later. They're also including this in their complete system offerings down the road. So this is the AD 500.4. It's 100 watts by 4 RMS, 150 watts by 4 RMS at 2 ohms, and bridging it again 2-channel if you want big power on your front speakers or big power on your bag lids. 300 watts by 2 on this guy bridged. So awesome power. Again, completely sealed. The gain pots on the side. So I've got the amplifier bracket, which we're going to talk about in a little bit. But the side portion of it here has got where your gain pots would be for adjusting the gain inputs. Again, it's got a completely sealed cover on there, a watertight seal on the inside. So all your gain controls, once they're done, seal it back up again. You're good to go for waterproofing on it. Amplifier, again, they're using these really nice connectors, heavy duty wire. We got 8-gauge wire going to this 500 watt amplifier. What you're seeing on the side here is what they're starting to add in all their kits. They also have it as a standalone accessory, which is nice as well, but they have proprietary brackets for road glide and street glide bikes. So this one here is for the AD 300.2. There's 4 pre-screwed, pre-terminated holes there that are threaded to mount the amplifier on there. So if you look at the 4 little notches in the amplifier on the top there, those happen to line up right to your amplifier plate. So there's no guessing where the amplifier is supposed to go. The amp bracket mounts on factory locations on the bike. We're not drilling holes. We're not cutting anything. It's mounting on factory locations. Amplifier plugs in there where it's supposed to go. You're not two-way taping this to your head unit and wondering why the amplifier is shutting down or your head unit's getting hot. It's completely spaced off so that the amplifiers are not interacting with each other from the head unit or the amp itself. And the brackets are available separately by themselves. So if you do want to add, a Rogue Light amplifier bracket, you can buy this by itself, or it'll be available in the kit format. 4-channel one will actually fit on here as well. So if you look at the notches on the 4-channel amplifier here, that's where the screw mounts are. Those actually line up on this as well. So the 4-channel will fit on that plate as well for mounting it. So you can put the 4-channel amp on there or the 2-channel amplifier, no problem. That's for the Road Glide, and this is what they have for, they call it the Bat Wing, which is more popularly known as the Street Glide bracket. But again, I've mounted the amplifier on here so you can see, all your wire. You got enough room for your wiring to get in there. Super simple to install it. You're not manufacturing a bracket. It's included in the kit. You can imagine how much time that's going to take to bend the metal, cut it, all that stuff. It's all done for you. Powder coated black, so it's going to fit nice in the bike amplifier. But it's an awesome piece. So 4-channel amplifier, 2-channel amplifier. We do have a 5-channel as well, but the 2-channel and the 4-channel, the most popular is by far.
Well, Grant, you've done a great job taking us through and walking us through all the different products, but I think it leads up to this final question, and you made mention to it, and that is that Aquatic AV has put together bundles to make it super easy for dealers not only to sell through, but maybe even some great solutions for some DIYers. Walk us through these bundles, which Aquatic AV really has become known for.
Yeah, they've got tons of bundles now. So making up more of the category, making it as easy as possible for the consumer or the retailer to figure out what they want for their end user. So we have head unit and speaker bundles. We have head unit, speaker, and amplifier bundles. We have speakers, front speakers, 6x9s with the RGB controller bundles. We have amplifier, front speaker, rear speaker, and amplifier bundles. So we got bundles like crazy, man. We got more bundles than at your local Safeway deli. So cover off a couple of the first ones. We have the flagship head unit, the HS113 coaxial speakers with RGB lighting. That is available as a standalone head unit and speaker package. You can also upgrade that. Obviously, you want more sound out of your bike, more output. We're going to add in the 300.2 amplifier and the RGB controller as well. So that's available as a separate bundle. We also have the step-down head unit with the same speakers. We have the step-down head unit with the same speakers with the amplifier. And then my favorite is, leaving a lot of the newer Harley Davidsons 2014 and newer, the radios have been pretty reliable. So you can leave those, or maybe using someone else's head unit in place of the factory one. Let's get into the 4-channel versions with the baglid kits and everything else.
Wow, you weren't kidding, Grant, when you said there was a lot of bundles. And this kind of makes me wonder, the way that Aquatic AV is packaging these, I can't help but think that perhaps this is an interesting way forward that will really help new dealers into motorcycle audio get into it in a way that's easy to break down and understand.
Yeah, I think as simple as the motorcycle audio category is, a lot of car audio shops still aren't very comfortable with it. And it's actually way easier than dealing with cars. So we're not dealing with any kind of DSP integration or, all pass filters on motorcycles, at least not yet. So I think what the bundles do is make it super simple for the retailer to figure out what they want to stock, and learn to know what's the most popular sellers are so they can continue to keep them in stock. This guy here is, one of my favorite bundles altogether. We have these for both the Batwing or Street Glide version, which is what's the bracket comes with it here is, and we also have it for the Road Glide option as well. So you get the 8500.4 4-channel amplifier, 100 watts by 4 RMS, or 150 watts by 4 at 2 ohms. You get the 6.5-inch front fairing speakers, also come with the adapter. So if you have an older bike, we have the 5 1/4 adapter for it. You get the 6x9 speakers with RGB, and you get the 6x9 cut-in kits included all in the kit, with the RGB controller, with the power harness, which is the right length. You don't have to guess, am I cutting off 3 feet, 4 feet, 6 feet, whatever. This is the right length to connect to your battery, plug into your amplifier, no guesswork. All got the nice Tech Flex braided protection on there as well. So, it doesn't get any simpler. Every connection you've got, the 4-channel amplifier, front and back speakers, RGB controller, lid kits, you name it, all in one box. It is retail packaged individually as well. So if you've got a kit of this in stock and you only need one piece of it, you can open up the kit, and the amplifier, the speakers are all retail packaged as well. So if you're tight on inventory, you can open up one of the kits and rob one of them if you need something out of the kit. But this is by far my favorite one because it gets you your maximum amount of output with your front and back speakers, and everything is in the box. So super, super simple. I love this kit.
Grant, at the end of the day, what I feel you've presented here is a brand that has some great background and pedigree to be able to build products that exceed, the extreme conditions that motorcycle are. But not only that, they've put it together in packages that would make a lot of sense to both dealer and end user and even DIYers. The last thing I think I want you to speak to, Grant, is the value.
Yeah, I think, you touched on the reliability of the product, their history, that's all given. We have everything we have from Aquatic AV. If you buy it from an authorized dealer, is 2-year warranty on all the products. So head unit, amplifiers, speakers, the works. Value wise, that last kit we showed, the my most favorite one with the 4-channel amplifier, front and back speakers, lid kits, you name it. The value is amazing. That's under $2,000 retail for that full system. You're starting with a lot of kits that are starting at $2,000. We're giving you everything in the box for a kick-ass sound system for your Harley Davidson, new version or the older version of it, for under $2,000. So I think, value in the head unit is awesome. But if you've got that factory source unit that's in a 2014 or newer bike that's working just fine, just upgrade the speakers and amplifiers. You're getting into a tremendous value for under $2,000. And then above that, you've got all the other brands that take care of anything. The guys that want to go super crazy and get the super SPL, hear you from 3 blocks away stuff. This is for a guy that wants really good sounding product, a lot better than the stock performance product, and still not break the bank. So I think that's what we accomplished with Aquatic AV, is value-added product, better sound quality, and backing it up with reliability.
And there you have it, guys. That was Grant McFatter from Trends Electronics coming in to talk to us about Aquatic AV. If you're looking for more information on any of the products covered on today's show, I'm going to guide you over to aquaticav.com. That is their official website. And if you happen to be a dealer in Canada tuning in, well, you guys already know Trends, but they are the official and exclusive Canadian distributor for all things Aquatic AV here in Canada. That's it for the CMA Network's presentation, brought to you by SiriusXM. I'm your host, Ben Wu. Until next time, we connect.
There's never been a better time to have SiriusXM with over 150 channels in your vehicle. Your Platinum Plan offer includes more than ever before to enjoy online, on your phone, or at home. Create your own ad-free personalized stations powered by Pandora. Hear ad-free extra channels and enjoy favorite shows with SiriusXM Video on Demand. What you love is on now.